Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my podcast called Snacks Thoughts. I said again, welcome to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. And what is my thought for this Columbus Day or Indigenous Day? Well, first I want to wish everybody a happy holiday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. But on this podcast, I would say the title would be Know Your Value. And again, know your value. And what do I mean when I talk about know your value? Well, knowing your value is knowing and also being confident in who you are and also knowing what you are worth. And I think it's important that people understand and truly know what they are worth, because when we know what we're worth, then we stop selling ourselves short. And this could be related to the job market. It could be relationships, and even that includes even within ourselves, and oftentimes we settle, and maybe our standards are not as high as they should because we don't know what we're worth, and also we don't recognize or realize what it is that we bring to the table. In the sense of the job market, there's such thing called, I guess you say, lowballing. So basically you get an individual that has a certain level of skill sets in which that they're very valuable, but the employer tries to get them for a bargain or for a lower price. Whereas in all reality, if they were to really shop themselves with their skill set on the market, they could find a higher bidder for what it is they're worth and what they bring to the table. And it's the same thing even in relationships or the dating market. If a person doesn't know exactly what they're worth or what they bring to the table, then they are likely to maybe settle, for an individual that may not be the best fit for them, when they possibly could do better. And I'm not trying to put an insignificant value on human beings, because all human beings are valued. All are valuable. But, truth be told, there are some individuals in the dating market that they bring a lot to the table. And I'm not just talking about financially, but it's a combination. There are some individuals out there that they bring, a lot of value, to individuals' lives or to a relationship. And sometimes if they don't know exactly what they're worth or what they bring to the table, sometimes they can sell themselves short and can get involved with a person or get the wrong mate, that's not right for them. There are some people on the dating market right now that they are actually precious gems, and sometimes the precious gem, doesn't always find their beautiful maiden, or she doesn't always get her knight in shining armor. But some of that comes down to knowing their value. Life is all about choices. And relationships and who we choose to date and marry is all about choices. And if we know what we're truly worth, then we have to learn, how to vet and how to date properly so that we can get a mate that is either of equal value or at least, somewhere close in the ballpark. You may never get 100% of what you want, but maybe you can get 80 to 85. But you should be able to find somebody, that is valuable and that would be maybe a good fit for you, But, knowing, your value, know what you're worth. When you go to an employer, if you know the skills that you bring to that company or that organization, then you should be able to demand, a certain price. Make them pay you for what it is that you're worth, because you're bringing them value. And the more valuable you are, it's about supply and demand. If you're in demand, you get to call your own shots and you get to quote your own price. And, either they're willing to match, that offer or meet it, or either they're going to be like, well, we don't think, this is necessarily, a good fit, for our organization. And if you know your value and you know your options, you're able to shop your talents, around and be able to find other willing buyers or companies or businesses that will hire you. But know your value. So if you know your value, you don't just sign any contract or business deal, take any business deal out of desperation. You know what it is that you bring to the table. You know what you're worth, and sometimes you can hold out for a better deal. Know your value, and you need to know that within yourself, being self-confident, not relying on others to boost or build your self-esteem. Know what it is that you are worth. Know your self-worth, your self-value, so that you don't need another man or a woman to validate who you are. Know your value, and this is in any walk of life or in any situation. Know your value, know what it is that you're worth and what you bring to the table. Again, life is all about decisions and choices, and the choices that we make, some are going to be good, some are going to be bad, but there's certain ones that are crucial. And depending on what we choose to pick, it can either go right or it can go left, and it can affect, our outcome and our destiny. So know your value, people. Know your value. That way you can make better decisions and, make the most optimal choice and get the best opportunity. Ultimately, it's about doing what's right for you. But this was something short and sweet, and I want to thank those that have supported me on my Snacks Thoughts podcast and also on my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. Thank you guys for supporting me, and please share both this podcast, Snacks Thoughts, and also my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. Snacks Thoughts, this podcast can be found on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Radio PBM, and a host of other social media platforms. So please push it out, share it, join and subscribe. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So please go over there and smash that bell to become subscribed. And also smash that like button to like the video. If you don't like it, hit the unlike button. And please leave comments, whether you like it or you don't. Everybody is entitled to their opinion and their viewpoint. We all don't have the same perspective. So please share both, push them out. Snacks Thoughts and Eric Broadus YouTube. Push them out to family, friends, enemies, frenemies, cats, dogs, bats, goats. Push it out, guys, all right? But it's all I have on this one. And again, remember, know your value, not someone else's. Know your value. All right, guys? Peace out, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.